Women's high dating standards have ruined relationships. Sike! That's right. We're shaking the table today, diving into the controversial topic of women's dating standards. You see, some folks out there think these standards are causing havoc, but we're here to dispel that notion. This video is all about debunking those misconceptions and empowering women to hold on to their high standards. So, buckle up and open your minds, because we're about to challenge some deeply ingrained assumptions. Let's dive right into the first misconception. Women with high standards are too picky. Well, let's think again. High standards isn't about nitpicking every little detail. It's about knowing your worth and refusing to settle for anything less. It's about understanding that you deserve respect, honesty, and love in its purest form. It's about not letting anyone treat you as a second option or a time filler. So ladies, let's redefine picky. It's actually called self-respect. So women, stay picky and know your worth. Women with high standards have unrealistic expectations. Quite a misguided notion, isn't it? High standards shouldn't be mistaken for unrealistic expectations. These standards are about knowing what you want, understanding your worth, and not settling for less. They're not about expecting a perfect partner, because let's face it, perfection is a myth. Each person is unique and comes with their own set of strengths and weaknesses. So remember, having high standards is about self-respect, not expecting perfection. Women with high standards set unattainable goals. Now that's a misconception that needs debunking. High standards aren't about climbing Mount Everest barefoot or finding a partner who's a billionaire astronaut poet. It's about not settling for less than you deserve. It's about recognizing your worth and expecting others to do the same. It's about respect, growth, and mutual understanding. It's about creating a relationship that enriches your life, not one that diminishes it. So ladies, keep your standards high and never settle. Women with high standards are intimidating, or so some might say. But let's flip that narrative, shall we? A woman with high standards isn't intimidating. She's empowering. She's a woman who knows exactly what she wants and isn't afraid to pursue it. She's not settling for less. And that's not a threat. It's a testament to her strength. So remember, ladies, your standards are not intimidating. They're empowering. Women with high standards are selfish. Now that's a misconception that's been floating around for too long. High standards aren't about being selfish. They're about recognizing your own worth. It's about knowing what you want and need in a relationship and not settling for less. It's about self-respect, self-love, and self-care. Having high standards means you're taking care of your emotional well-being, and there's nothing selfish about that. So remember, your standards are not selfish, they're self-care. So, we've debunked some common misconceptions about women with high standards. Let's take a moment to reflect. High standards do not equate to pickiness. It's about discernment, about knowing what you want and not settling for anything less. And then we tackled the illusion of unrealistic expectations. High standards are not about chasing fantasies, but about pursuing what is genuinely important to you. Then we explored the myth of unattainability. High standards aren't about reaching for the stars, but rather about setting the bar at a level that respects your self-worth. We also stood up to the intimidation factor. High standards aren't meant to scare anyone away. They're there to ensure you're treated with the respect and dignity you deserve. Lastly, we broke down the idea that high standards are selfish. It's not about being self-centered, but about self-love and self-respect. It's about knowing your worth and refusing to compromise on what matters most to you. So what does all this boil down to? Having high standards is fundamentally about recognizing and honoring your own value. It's about refusing to settle for less than you deserve. It's about standing up for yourself and your needs in a relationship. The bottom line is, having high standards is not ruining relationships. If anything, it's improving them by ensuring they are built on respect, mutual understanding, and genuine love. So ladies, keep your standards high, know your worth, and never settle. You're worth it.